Welcome to the repair shop,
I'm ready to see some magic.
where precious but faded keepsakes
It's in a bit of a sorry state.
Deep breath.
are restored to their former glory.
New beginnings and new memories.
Lovely.
We could do that.
A dream team of expert craftspeople
Perfect teamwork.
That's the fun part.
It's going to look absolutely stunning.
using traditional techniques passed down the generations.
If someone's made it, then I can fix it.
Go on, my son.
Restore irreplaceable treasures
Take it away, Mark.
and unlock the stories that they hold.
Oh my God!
It's like it's brand new. You're a wizard.
Thank you so much.
Rich, do you have a preference to the age of the items that you work on? You prefer older or more modern?
Well, it's nicer working on the older pieces.
Is it?
Yeah, they deserve the love. They deserve bringing them back.
Arriving with a treasure in desperate need of some TLC are Halina and her daughter Lesley. It's a job for jewellery expert Richard Talman.
Hello.
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 What have you brought in for us?
I brought you my mother's ring.
Oh, intrigued.
Bit battered.
In parts.
Just a bit. Just
Oh,
a bit.
dear. Wow. So this was your mum's ring, Halina. What was your mum called?
Janina.
Janina.
Yasha for short.
Yasha, lovely name.
My mother was Polish, and that has come from the Jewish ghetto in Warsaw.
Wow.
She wasn't Jewish. 1939. My mother was 13, come home from school, and her street was bombed. Wow. And she saw her mum on the floor dead. She was terrified.
Where was her father?
He'd gone off to war, World War II. She never knew what happened to him.
Really?
But no siblings, no aunties and uncles, nobody close to her at all. So obviously the first place she would run to would be the church, because she didn't know where else to go. The story she told me was they refused her because they were full. So they said, we've got the convent. So she went there, right behind the Jewish ghetto.
Following the invasion of Warsaw, the Nazis created a ghetto sealed off from the rest of the city. It's estimated over 400,000 Jews were imprisoned there, and more than 80,000 lost their lives as a result of starvation and the appalling conditions inside.
We only recently found out that this church also hid the Jewish resistance. The nuns and the Jewish resistance encouraged the orphans to take food into the ghetto, and that's what she did. She would take in potatoes, cabbage leaves, whatever the church gave them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What a brave woman, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
So one day she went with a friend who was a boy. He was caught, he was shot dead on the spot. She escaped, and then she just flew. I think she flew back to the convent, and the nun said that she had to go because it was too much of a liability for her.
You really can't imagine this happening to a child.
And then she was picked up by a German truck and was taken to do forced labour on the farms in Germany.
But she had this ring with her.
Yeah.
And where did the ring come from?
We think the ring came from a Jewish lady in the ghetto.
That's what she told me.
As a thank you.
She said she remembered her bending down and it came out of the hem of either her coat or a skirt or something, and she just gave it to her. She loved that ring. She did.
So even from people that have nothing, they give you what they've got.
Imagine that.
So your mum was in the labour camp. How long was she there for?
1945, was it?
Until the end of the war.
And then the camp was liberated.
Camp was liberated, and from there she went off to a displaced persons camp in Bergen-Belsen, which was run by the British Army.
So this is literally...
That's where she met my dad.
Wow.
Does is a lovely story which goes with that, because he was on duty as a guard, and apparently he was talking to some German girls who were working there, and she said to him, "What you doing talking to them girls? You should be talking to me." And the rest is history.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she sounds like she was quite a strong character.
She was very... Well, to do what she did, you need to have a strong character.
Really?
She was fabulous, my mum, honest to God. And that's where they got married.
The displaced people of the camp actually made her wedding dress from anything white that they could find in the camp.
Such kindness.
And the headdress is made of a net curtain. Could you imagine?
Why not?
Absolutely.
How did you end up with this ring?
I used to wear it a lot when my mum was alive. But when she died, that was to make sure that I had that ring. Even though it was worn thin, and I broke it a couple of weeks later. Well, it didn't break, it just fell off.
What would you like me to do to it?
I did think of the ring, but we've discussed it and we'd like to have it into a pendant. My daughter loves necklaces and it's close to her heart, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's a piece of our family history. It represents, I think, for both of us, just how brave, courageous, how resilient, and really a model for being such a strong woman. It will always, always stay in our hearts. It will be passed down from generation to generation with the story and the history behind it.
Leave it with me. It's in safe hands.
I'm sure it is. Thank you so, so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Halina. Thank you, Lesley, for bringing it in. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I feel quite honoured to have this in my hand right now. Helena is really keen to have this turned into a pendant. What I will first need to do is remove the shoulders, so this part here on either side of the ring. Once they're removed, I will need to just recut the scalloping. Then I will need to make something for a chain to pass through. It's like a little loop, it's called a bail. The stone that is in here, I suspect it's an aquamarine. But before I do anything, I'm going to need to ascertain which metal it is. And to diagnose that, I am going to use a X-ray fluorescence spectrometer. And this works by emitting some very harmless X-ray beams into the metal. And it contains 90% silver, 7.6% copper, and it's actually finding a very, very small amount of gold in there too. So now I know that I'm going to be treating this ring as if it was sterling silver, so I know what heats it can tolerate and how to join it. Now I've just got to focus on turning it into a pendant.
Next to arrive is Gordon Craig with his sons James and Ross. They brought two intriguing pieces of sporting history for the attention of silversmith Brenton West.
Hi.
Hi.
Come on in.
Hello there.
Lovely to meet you. I recognise these from the Olympics.
These were my grandfather's outdoor curling stones, which were passed down to my father and are now my curling stones.
Is Dad still with us?
He's not. Unfortunately, he took ill, and it's 5 months since he passed, and he was a very, very big character and a lot of fun. Never took himself too seriously.
What was your father's name?
Robert Craig, known as Bobby. So these were his stones, and they were used in the Grand Match in 1979. It was a competition held in Scotland, and I think there's been 33 outdoor ones. It's only when they have a good enough freeze on the loch.
So it's not every year, it's only when the ice is thick enough?
Yes, and they would have 300 teams from the north of Scotland play against 300 teams from the south of Scotland.
300 teams?
Yes, yes. So you're putting 600, 2,400 people playing on one loch.
On a frozen lake?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And that's possibly why they say it may never happen again, because obviously times have changed since 1979 and health and safety. And
Because you want to be the person who said that's safe to go on there.
yeah, then after that they break it down to the club that had the best results. And he was part of a curling club, which is where the winners of the last grand match that there's been.
So currently, your father is still the champion.
He was introducing himself as the reigning world outdoor curling champion, because he claimed it was the world championship of curling because we invented the sport. So
They're a historical pair of stones.
yes, yeah, they are.
So you brought these curling stones in. Do either of you curl?
Yeah, so me and James both curl, and Dad curls at the local club. Me and James are a wee bit more competitive.
James went to the World University Games.
How did you do?
So
We won gold.
Well done.
you know, the younger brother here, you have...
I'm just trying to follow that path as well. Played in the Winter Youth Olympic Games for Team GB.
Brilliant, both of you. Well done.
And it's a big link throughout the family. It is just a huge family sport.
How old do you think these stones are?
My grandfather was born 1900. They're certainly going to be 100 years old.
Did he have these stones in pride of place somewhere?
Well, no, they would sit outside. But what we should have done and didn't do over the years was take the handles off, and then they don't get damaged.
OK.
Because obviously you can see these are years of people standing on them or knocking them or things like that.
OK.
How about the baskets?
The baskets, I don't think they're fit to hold anything just now. I'd be scared of dropping it on my foot if it fell through the basket. It's trusting that to hold something of that weight.
The leather needs to be strong and the handles need to be strong.
And obviously the willow has seen better days as well.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So if Brenton's able to get the stones back in shape, what's the plan?
I'd actually like one of them each for them.
That's a really lovely thought.
I'm just hoping I'll be able to take them on outdoor ice again. It'd be really cool.
It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you all. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
See you soon. Let me give you a hand to your bench.
Oh, it's heavy. What an amazing story. Those guys and their curling skills are amazing, and I think I shall keep my eye out for Ross and James in the future. So, onto the stones. There's quite a bit to do here. The bolt is a bit long, so when you come to grab it, you'll hit your knuckles on the thread the whole time. So what I'll do is cut a little tiny bit off of this bolt so it's flush with the top. I've got to straighten this handle, make a new wooden part for it. Got to polish the stones. These baskets do need some remedial work. I'm not a basket maker, so I'm going to give the baskets to Sarah, but before I do that, I'm going to take the leather straps off and I can give those to Susie. I'm taking care because I don't want to break them before I hand them over.
Richard is also faced with a delicate task, transforming a ring that survived the horrors of the Second World War into a pendant.
What I need to do is remove these pieces of metal on the side, the shoulders. I've got to be incredibly careful because aquamarine is quite a soft stone. So a very important thing to do before you start is just score some lines all the way around a little channel so that the saw blade won't wander and cause any damage to the head of the ring. There we go. And off. So that's one side done. Now the other. And where I've cut off the two parts of the shoulder, it's left a ugly and sharp piece of metal. So what I need to do is very, very gently file this back, taking great care to mimic the scallop pattern. My hope is, once I've cut all that back, it'll look like there was never a join there at all. Just rolling the file around, and then that little bit there is copying that scalloped pattern. So now I need to create the bail, which is the piece that goes on top that the chain is going to run through. I'm really keen to use those pieces of the shoulder. They're quite an important part of what the ring was. The only way I can include these in the piece is to melt them all together into a new little piece of metal and make the bail from scratch. So now, this piece is all black from where I've melted it, so I need to get that straight into a sulfuric acid salt, and that will remove all of the oxidisation from the outside and allow me to work on it. So now what I need to do is put it through the mill for a longer, squarer shape, which is going to allow me to make a bail.
Tracy Emery is the next visitor to arrive at the barn. She's hoping that woodworker Will Kirk can make a cherished character whole again.
Hi there.
Hi.
You must be Tracy.
I am.
Nice to meet you. What's inside?
So, it is a wooden chef. Well, it was a wooden chef. It's actually a dessert wine holder. So it opens up and holds a bottle of wine. But he had a little accident. He was sitting in the kitchen in an under-the-counter light, and somebody put the light on, and he got a little bit burnt.
Oh, my gosh.
So he was
That's
left...
a face!
Yeah, so there's the only thing that's been kind of left intact from the top was the face, which is amazing, because he's the best bet.
So who is to blame for the fire?
Well, we don't 100% know, but we think it was my dad, because I was away for 2 nights and they were going over to look after my cat, and he didn't like my cat being left in the dark. Okay. So he turned the under-counter light on and left it for the night. And it was when my mum came back in the morning that they found it burnt. But we were very lucky it was just this and the light that got damaged, and very lucky that it just didn't catch on anywhere else.
Yeah, it could have been bad.
Although unfortunate for me, because it's one of my favourite objects.
Yeah. Whereabouts did you get the chef from?
So he belonged to my gran and granddad. They used to run a pub, and they bought it to sit on the food counter at the pub. Okay. So that's what I remember from my childhood, is spending lots of time there and talking to the wooden chef, and my granddad telling me that the chef told him what I said.
Really?
So, yeah.
Did you believe that?
I did, of course I did.
As a child, yeah.
My granddad's not going to tell me a fib.
No, obviously not. Obviously not. What was your granddad's name?
It's Ralph and Jan.
Did you spend a lot of time with your grandparents?
That's how I remember my childhood. Grandad would work behind the bar with my dad. My mum would be in the kitchen with my gran. So we
were... Proper family pub, then?
Proper family pub. On a Sunday, we'd all sit around and have a lovely big family roast. And we were allowed to pick whatever was left in the sweet bar. Really? So if we were lucky, we'd get some chocolate ghetto. So when my granddad passed away, my gran asked if there was anything we wanted. And I, of course, said... the wooden chef. He just sums up my whole childhood to me. And when he was sitting in my kitchen, it would be like my granddad was still telling his stories to me. So if I was chopping tomatoes, I would hear him just say, oh, well, what about growing tomatoes is you have to leave them alone and only pick them when they're ripe. So I just remember all of that just by him being there. So I really miss him. I actually keep the speech that I did at his funeral inside the wooden chef. So
that's really sweet.
That's what's kept inside there.
That's lovely. Was that inside when this caught fire?
It was.
And it survived?
And it didn't catch fire.
Really? Do you think your dad felt quite guilty about leaving on the lights?
Tremendously guilty. He's the one that was desperate to get it fixed for me, knowing how much it meant for me. And unfortunately, he became poorly and passed away about a year ago.
Sorry to hear that.
So now it just has an extra meaning to get fixed, because we all now have a memory of him trying his hardest to get this fixed, and it was the one thing he wasn't able to do before he passed. So it's just like getting them both back together.
I want to do my very best to do something with it, OK?
Please, that would be great. Try your best. Bring his stories back.
Definitely. Nice to meet you, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks
a lot. Bye-bye. This is in really bad condition. I've never seen something so charred on my workbench. I've never had to restore charcoal before, and that's pretty much what this is. So I know that the face should sit back there. Maybe that comes around the back. There we are. Oh my gosh. OK, so I'm missing lots of wood. Basically, I'm missing a whole section from the top of the hat and some bits around the outside. So I need to kind of glue back together what I do have here in a way that can really work out exactly what's missing.
The brass handle on this particular curling stone is bent down at an angle. I need this to be straight. I'm going to put a tube of steel on there. This will give me lots of leverage to bend exactly where I want to bend. This is brass, so it's quite brittle. There is a danger that this could snap, so I'm going to be really, really careful with it. I think that is pretty good. Now that that's straight, I'm going to give these a bit of a clean up, see what they polish up like.
While Brenton polishes, basket weaver Sarah Hatton has started cleaning away years of dust and cobwebs from the willow baskets.
I've been willow weaving for about 15 years now. So I had a little unusual way into willow weaving. So I worked in IT. So it was complete life change. I thought if other people can be basket makers, then so can I. So I planted my own willow and became completely obsessed. And I've been basket making ever since.
The third member of the barn's curling repair team is leather expert Susie Fletcher.
Unfortunately, the old straps, they're so dried out. I need to replace these. One of my favourite things to do is to make new stuff. I'm just in the process of putting an edge crease on the brand new straps. The heat of the creasing iron helps to leave a really nice clear line on the leather. And this line is purely decorative, but it makes a massive difference to the overall appearance of the leather. So that's my lines done. Now I can focus on prick marking, ready for the sewing in of the buckles. So that's that prick mark, nicely done. This stitching that I'm doing is known as double hand stitching. And this is a very attractive stitch, and although it takes longer, it's a much harder wearing stitch. I'm ensuring that Gordon, James and Ross have this family heirloom around for another 100 years.
Richard's next task is to fashion a silver bail so he can attach a chain to the pendant.
I've milled it down, and now what I need to do is to hold it in the middle and bend it into a little like pear shape. So that is the start of the shape. So I'm just removing the excess part of metal there with my saw. And then just gonna pinch those two little bits together at the bottom. So now we get that soldered together. You can just see that the bail itself starting to turn sort of cherry red, so the solder, there we go, melts very, very quickly after that point. That's soldered nice. The bail's a little bit rough at the moment. I just need to spend a little bit of time, make it look a little bit prettier, and then it'll be time to attach it to the rest of the pendant.
Well, that glue has done a great job at attaching the top of the hat to the back of the chef's head. You can really see how much wood has broken away. There's quite a lot there. In order to fill that out, I'm going to use this resin here. It's a two-part resin. When you mix both components together, it creates a chemical reaction and it begins to harden. Many years ago, you'd just be left with glue and sawdust to fill things, which would actually take me a very long time to pack out that amount of space. So as much as I use old traditional glues with certain bits of furniture, I'm also very open to using modern materials too. Now, I could pretty much fill the entire space there as one sort of solid block of resin, but I'd quite like to recreate the void where a bottle could sit in the future. The idea is that when the resin dries and sets, I should be able to pull this back out and just be left with the empty space. I'm going to lie this flat. This is going to make sure that when I press this down, all the excess filler is going to spew out the edges, filling in a lot of those losses. At the moment, the chef looks like he's been on the dessert wine, really. He's flat on his face. But we'll get him back on his feet very soon. Once he's completely dried, I'll peel him off, and if all has gone well, I can do the same process with the front of him.
Finished cleaning this basket now. I'm really happy that the colours of the willow have come back out again. I'm going to be going on to the handle now. I'm going to start on the lower handle because it's missing completely. I am going to get quite a large piece of willow because these handles are quite big. Cut the end off to a point so it goes through the weaving easier. And I'm going to put it down the side and pull it through to the inside of the basket. So now what I need to do is crank the willow to get it around the handle. And this is just breaking the fibres up in the willow so it becomes easier to rope it around this handle that I've made. I'm going to make sure I put enough willow on this so that I can completely fill the handle so that it's nice and strong to hold those curling stones. I'm going to finish the other 3 handles in the same way, patch up the little holes that have been made from the woodworm, and then I'm going to hand them back over to Brenton.
Richard's transformation of the ring into a pendant is almost complete.
I've now successfully attached the bail to the rest of the ring, which moves me on to this very, very slight brown staining just in the corners of the scalloping. It's a surface oxidisation In the middle, where I removed the shoulder, it's fresh metal. So to make that pattern the same all the way around, I'm just going to apply a sulfur-based chemical that just speeds up the oxidizing process many, many times. It's absolutely instant. This ring that is now a pendant is an indication of just how brave Janina was. To risk her life to feed others is incredibly admirable for anyone, let alone a young girl. It really has been a great honour to work on.
The ring was a treasured gift, given in recognition of remarkable courage in the face of Nazi tyranny.
Now that looks amazing.
Thanks, Joe.
Perfect.
For Halina and Lesley, the pendant will help preserve the memory of a much-loved mother and grandmother.
Hello.
Hello.
How we doing?
Hi.
All right?
Welcome back.
You excited, yeah?
Extremely. It's precious to me because it's my mum's.
Yeah.
And she had a hard life and a hard time. And I'm fortunate to have a daughter and a granddaughter, so I know it'll be passed down and worn.
Oh, bless her.
And her memory it will never be forgotten anyway, but it's a story, isn't it?
You ready? Go on, do the honors.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh.
Beautiful.
Have a look. That's flipping gorgeous.
Do you want me to put it on for you?
Yeah, go on. Oh, am I allowed to touch it? Oh, gosh.
It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
I love it most of all because it's
Close to your heart,
It
isn't
is,
it?
yeah.
Also, you know the parts of the metal that were cut off?
Yeah.
I've used them in the bale. So all of the metal that you gave me originally is still within the ring.
Oh. All that history.
Yeah.
And what would your mum make of this, then?
She would be absolutely over the moon. It's been through a lot.
Yeah.
This ring,
Yeah.
like my mum, and many others with her, you know, so I'm just so proud to wear it.
Well, thank you for bringing it in.
Thank you so, so much.
It's been an absolute pleasure to work on.
Never forget you. Never.
Bless you. All right, take care now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm very, very happy. My mum went through a lot for this ring. And I've got it with me all the time now.
We passed down the generations, and the story of my brave, selfless grandma will be never, ever forgotten.
Oh, Mummy necklace. Oh.
On Will's bench, the wooden chef's new body parts have now cured.
This is the moment of truth. If this hasn't worked, I've got a big problem. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. It's really solid, and it's done a good job at closing up the gaps. There's no way that I could have pieced a bit of wood in there and carved it into shape without risking causing more damage. So it is really the right material for the job. It's going to need a bit of finessing just to refine the outside edge. But yeah, overall, very happy indeed. And I can move on to the front of the chef. I'm missing a lot of detailing just around the neck area there. So I need to build that neck up. Out of everything, the chef's face is the most important part for Tracy, so I need to make sure I get this right. One of the issues here is I'm not too sure exactly how long the chef's neck needs to be. So I thought I could use the back for reference. I've glued on a former on the front panel here, kind of like what I did with the back of the chef. If I pop the front on here, if I look down the side, I can pretty much work out how high the head needs to be in relation to the back of the hat. All the resin has now dried. I'm now turning my attention to carving around that necktie on the front. I'm just going to slowly start skimming off layer after layer. And I don't want to take off too much to make him look like he's got a very skinny neck for quite a large chef. The resin's carving away really nicely. I'm going to carry on refining this, then I can give the chef a bit of a bath, a very light clean, and get him prepared for painting.
As a rejuvenated wooden chef takes shape, Brenton is closing in on a victory with the curling stones.
I cannot believe what a good job Sarah and Susie have made of these baskets. They look fantastic. So the stones are nearly done. I've got the wooden handle turned and fitted. I've polished the brass, and the final thing to do is just to polish these stones with a kitchen worktop polish for granite. So I've just got to finish polishing these, and then I can give them back to Gordon, James and Ross. I can't wait to see their faces.
The stones belong to Gordon's father, a reigning champion curler and proud supporter of his grandson's impressive curling achievements.
Ooh. Nice.
Nice and shiny there.
Yeah. Now this is a proper team effort, isn't it? Everyone's been on this one. All right, let's get these covered up.
For Gordon and James, the stones are a symbol of a family sporting tradition that goes back 100 years.
Hi, Gordon. Hi, James.
So how are you both feeling?
Good, yeah. Really excited.
Yeah. Where's Ross?
He's in Norway. He couldn't make it. Unfortunately, it's just the two of us this time.
And you're both just looking right at the blanket,
yes, yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah,
sort of just trying to keep eye contact, but yes, eyes are drawn here. Yeah.
All right.
Come on.
Come on, yeah. You want to do it?
Okay.
Go on.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's insane. They look totally different.
Honestly, they were so bent out of shape, and that was so smashed up and everything.
So how come you've taken it apart? So you're probably checking his work? He's proper checking it.
No, I couldn't take it apart before. It was that jammed up. I couldn't. It probably hadn't been taken apart in 50 years or something. Honestly, thank you so much.
He's proper excited. It's like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah. I just never, ever thought they would be able to hold a curling stone in the condition there. Certainly the leather wasn't before.
That's so cool.
Gordon, how's it feel to see these like this now?
It's another part of my dad. The boys curl. The obvious connection was curling with them, and this is just something that can go with them in that sense.
Carry on.
They even tell me to look after them, and that's what you guys will do.
Yep, for sure.
No, I'm really glad we don't have to carry these out, because they weigh a ton.
They are heavy.
But thank you for bringing these in.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure.
You take care now.
Will do.
Bye.
Curling stones fixed, and it's a great tribute to my father. And watching my two boys curl was one of his real favourite things, and it's a link between the generations.
I can't wait to show my brother, and if it ever gets cold enough, we'll definitely give them a crack on the ice.
On Will's bench, the wooden chef is almost fit for the kitchen.
I'm hoping to freshen up his clothes and his face. That's very nice. Once I finish this, I can move on to his white hat, and then I can finish off with the finer details on the face, which are the most important areas because that's what Tracy remembers, that striking face of his.
Tracy's father had desperately hoped to have the wooden chef repaired, but it was the one thing he was unable to do before he sadly passed away.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Tracy's going to love that.
Very handsome.
You happy?
Not you, Jay, him.
Oh, I know you was talking about me.
For Tracy, returning the chef to his former glory completes the task for her father and helps preserve cherished memories of her beloved granddad.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, thank you.
How you feeling?
Excited but nervous. Means so much to me. I know what state it was in, so I know what hard job you would have had trying to do anything with it.
Oh, bless you.
As long as I can see his face would be amazing. Whatever you've done, I'm going to take him home.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Nice.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, thank you so much. Can I pick him up? Oh, thank you. He's beautiful. He's so lovely. Thank you.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you for all your hard work. Look how it's perfect. Look at his face.
Is that the way you remember it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely is. Spot on. Thank you so much.
When you're looking at him now, what memories are coming back? I can see you just floating away there.
It's just being little and being loved by my granddad so much. I know what my dad would be saying. He'd be looking at him going, he's brilliant. That's what my dad would be saying. I lost the two men in my life, and now I've got him back, so yeah, it just means everything. He's so good.
He is, isn't he? So where's he going back to now? Where are you going to take him?
He's going to go in the kitchen.
Okay.
But he's going to have a shelf all to himself.
With no lights, yeah? No lights on?
No lights, no. No, absolutely not. Thank
Okay.
you for fixing it.
More than welcome.
Thank
Lovely
you.
to see you again.
And you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You take care now. Bye-bye.
As soon as I saw him, I just felt overwhelming love and warmth from him. I just remember being a child and being so loved by my family, and his face just reminds me straight away of my granddad.